Welcome dear students. So this is a short demo video for our vocab builder course which is being conducted in a summer camp by Bhaktivedanta Gurukula International School, and this is being conducted by me, Rahul Mishra. So we'll have some nice words and their usage we'll learn. So first word is smug. This word is an adjective. The meaning of this word is showing an excessive pride in oneself or one's achievement. This is the meaning of the word. And as it has been proven by research that if you connect something with historical perspective, historical characters, then it becomes very easy to remember and recall that. So this same technique will be utilized in this particular course in relation to wisdom texts like Ramayana and Mahabharata. So if I want to utilize this word in a sentence, so I have taken one example from Ramayana. So the sentence goes like this: Ravana's face had a smug look as his demons set Hanuman's tail on fire. But that look quickly changed to shock when Hanuman escaped and used that same burning tail to set Lanka on fire. So this particular example is showing that Ravana was having a great satisfaction to his ego when he saw that Hanuman's tail was being set on fire, and he was feeling that he has conquered his enemy and he has given a fit lesson to Lord Ram. But actually, when Hanuman utilized that same tail for burning the Lanka, then Ravana's expression changed. So this shows, now here we have connected the word smug to Ravana. So as soon as this word smug will come to your memory again, you will remember that this was connected to Ravana. That means it's not a positive word, it's a negative word. So in this way you will be able to remember the meaning of this word. The same technique will be utilized, and I am giving now an example from Mahabharata. So the sentence goes like this: on seeing the smug smile on Duryodhana's face, as Shakuni won round after round in the gambling match, Bhima felt a violent urge to smash Duryodhana's face. Now see here again the word smug we are using in context of Duryodhana. So again this will make it impressed in your memory that it is a negative word, and the meaning is cleared by its usage also. So this was the first example that I wanted to take. Now another example I am taking, the word ignominious. The word ignominious, it is an adjective, and it means deserving or bringing disgrace or shame. So if someone deserves shame or brings it to himself or herself, then he is called ignominious. So now again two examples I have taken, one from Ramayana and one from Mahabharata. So first example sentence goes like this: none of the demons dared bring up Ravana's ignominious defeat at the hands of Ram the previous day, but it was foremost in everyone's mind as they prepared for the war. So the demons were so fearful of Ravana that they had no courage that they can bring any disgrace or shame to Ravana. So again, this is connected to Ravana. This again means it is a negative word. And the second statement from Mahabharata in which we have utilized this word is, it goes like this: for Duryodhana, being arrested by the Gandharvas and then released by Bhima and Arjuna in front of the Kuru royal ladies was so ignominious that he decided to end his life by fasting to death. So we see here that Duryodhana was ready to commit suicide. He felt so ashamed that he is protected by his enemies, the Pandavas. So this word is again used in context of a negative meaning. It's a negative word actually. Ignominious means bringing disgrace to oneself or shame to oneself. So this was our second word. Another example, this is last example for this demo video I take. So the word is allusion. This word is a noun, and this word is used a lot in literature. So the meaning of the word is an implied or indirect reference, especially in literature. So the first usage is like this: the Ramayana contains many allusions to the Vedic gods and goddesses along with several narratives of their activities, thereby indicating that its story is firmly grounded in the Vedic worldview. So now, here allusion simply means reference. but it's more in literary sense. So in Ramayana we find many examples where indirect or direct references to many demigods and many Vedic personalities appear. The second example of the usage is from Mahabharata. So the sentence goes like this: the Mahabharata contains several allusions to the Ramayana and a brief retelling of the Ramayana called Ramavakhyan, thereby demonstrating that the Ramayana predates the Mahabharata. So again, this means that Mahabharata is giving several references to the story of Ramayana, and the sentence clarifies that this means that Ramayana predates Mahabharata. So we'll stop here. This is what I wanted to show you in the demo video. And of course, I have not given many tricks and mnemonics here that we'll be concentrating upon in the course. Thank you very much for your kind attention.